on the scheduled time that I said I would be. We got a goodie for y'all today. I know I say that all the time, but I mean it every time I say it too. So, yeah. 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 Sunday. Football Sunday. First Sunday of football, baby. Who y'all got? Yeah. So, today, we're talking about what happens when you have to sue a loved one or somebody that's close to you. That's a sticky situation, baby. Without a doubt. Because normally, when you sue somebody, there's bad blood. And you don't want no bad blood with your fam. Even people that's not your family, like blood family, your good friends, your close friends. You don't want the things to have. You don't want things to come down to having to get lawyers, go to court. Because by that time, there probably have been conversations that have been going on, disagreements, you know what I mean? Loss of trust, but not all the time. So we're going to go over some scenarios where you might be able to weather the storm and still be all right after suing. After litigation. Hit that like button, y'all. Do me that one solid. Urban Therapy with Son. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Sunday from 1:30 p.m. till around 3:30-ish. And the reason that we say 3:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Sunday. And it is Sunday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the but then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. I'm feeling like a real man should. And I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should as well. Today we're talking about what happens. What happens when loved ones sue each other? When they have to sue. You know, nobody likes to go to court. Even lawyers don't like to have to go to court. Real shit. Even lawyers don't really have to don't like to really have to go to court, because when you go to court, you lose money. A lawyer makes most of his money by just signing contracts and making phone calls and sending letters. Basically, the threat normally gets people to go ahead and pay up, because the threat of legal liability and all of that kind of stuff normally gets people to straighten up, especially if they know that they're dead wrong. And they can wind up losing more than just money. They can lose their reputation and things like that. So when it comes to a personal issue, with you and a close friend or somebody who's close to you or a family member have to actually get lawyers, go to court, testify against each other and things like that. And there are a variety of reasons that might happen. Some of those things, a lot of those things, normally when it comes to people that you know, we're normally talking about civil court. So you're suing over some money. Somebody didn't pay up what they were supposed to pay up. They didn't pay their fair share. You know, they said that they were paying, they didn't pay, or they owe and they did not pay. And of course, you can probably go through the Rolodex in your mind and think about times when you actually thought about suing somebody who was close to you, and maybe it never came down to that. It might not have come down to that because you decided that, you know what, I'm going to just go ahead and let that go. But I'm not messing with them no more. I don't let them come in my door. They can't even talk to my kids. They lucky that I didn't make them do a bid. I'm tired of this mess. People always taking advantage. And this is the type of shit that I really can't manage. I'm going to have to do what I got to do. You better be happy I don't do it to you. And if I have to do it to you, it won't be sexy. I'm going to tell you one thing. Yo, I'm going to the next G. Yo, I'm tired of these people always trying to come down on me. Yo, I frown, see? And when I start frowning, when I start looking mean, ice drilling you, know that it's gonna be a crime scene, and you don't want to have to tape off the area because it's getting kind of horrific and scarier. Breaking down barriers like a terrier. I'm biting on you, making sure I lock on down, and you don't really want a brother like me to be around, because clowns is something that only belong in the circus, and I'm not gonna let the bad feelings come to the surface. The earth is big enough for me and you, so why did I have to be the motherfucker you did that bullshit to? I'm going to make my mark, and I don't want to have to get that spark and start bow, bow. Yo, I got a switch. That means it won't stop doing until I empty it. All right, so I'm going to move this hardware out of the way. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move the hardware out of the way. And then we're going to go ahead and have this conversation. Let me say what's up to my peoples. Let's say what's up to my peoples while I got them. Let me see. Prashant. What's the name? Prashant Shawan says play 50 Cent in the club. And Miles. Damn, Miles is back again, huh? Miles, that's what's up. Oh my gosh. That's okay. All right, Steven 87, what up, my dude? Good to see you. Good to see you, without a doubt. And Raj M8 says, Tasmania. Wait, no, I can't read none of that. I was about to read that shit like I could. Yo, Ansel Jones, my brother Ansel Jones. Be more is in the house. Stand up all day. All day. I okay. Hamster Sky. What up, hamster? Hamster Sky Carly. Grown woman, don't try me. What's up, man? Good to see me, some of you, without a doubt. So y'all understand the gist of what we talking about. You know, if you've ever had to sue a family member, or if you've ever had to take them to court, even threaten to take them to court, you know, by that time, there's already bad blood. There's already bad blood. And the worst thing, one of the worst feelings in the world is that you have to actually follow through with this litigation. You got to follow through with this litigation. So you warned them. You warned them like, listen, I don't want to have to take legal action on you, but you're not doing what you said you were supposed to do. The contract or the agreement clearly stated this. You said that you were going to do this, that, and the third, and you didn't do it. And contracting, home repairs. Home repairs is one of those things. One of those situations where you might have to go ahead and make a move on somebody legally. You wanted your roof fixed. You wanted to put a deck on the back porch. You wanted to change something, rearrange something in your home, beautify. You were doing home repairs or whatever. You were restructuring, or what do they call it? Remodeling. You were remodeling your home. You went to your peoples because you know your peoples do that for a living. So you figured you would give them a play. What happens? You told them you had them come out, assess what was going on. They've been in your house before. Y'all know each other. You know what I mean? They said, oh yeah, I can do this for you. You know what? And I'm gonna do this and this, that, and the third. And here's my price. Blah blah blah. You looked at the price like, okay, all right, this is good. So you gonna do everything? Yeah, I'm gonna do all of that. All right, well look, just to make since we dealing with a lot of money here, to keep everything good, go ahead and draw up the contract. I sign the contract, give you the deposit. When can y'all start the work? We can start the work on Monday. We can start it ASAP. You know, we just finishing up a job over there. Let me show you the pictures to the job. You know, contractors always want to show you what they've done. Yeah, we did this, that, and the third, and they love us over here. This is the third time that they've hired us. And, oh yeah, that does look nice. Look at the before pictures. Oh, it was that bad. Oh, and y'all made it like this. Oh, yeah, and that's what we're gonna do for you. What happens? They come through with the contract, or they conveniently keep neglecting to bring the contract. But in good faith, you go ahead and give them some of the money. Here's the deposit. All right, they come and they get started. Mess up your crib. Take up your carpets. Have to cover everything. Fail to cover everything. They tearing out ceilings and walls. Your place is looking like somebody. It's looking like somebody rained cocaine all over your shit. They didn't really take care of your stuff, whatever. So, they promised that they was going to clean up everything. Don't worry. Everything will be like new. By the time we get out of here, everything will be like new. So they got started on the work fast. They was fast. They was quick to get started. All of a sudden, the work stalls. They said that they would be finished to work on the 23rd. They started the work on the 27th of the previous month. Now, they came right on in the 28th. Boom, boom, boom. They came right in and got started. All right, cool. You know what I mean? They're getting started, whatever. You see in your house, you don't even want to see your house because it's looking crazy or whatever while the work is being done. Okay, all right. So somewhere around, now remember, they're supposed to be finished on the 23rd. It should take just about a month for them to finish. Somewhere around the 15th, maybe even the 10th, here it is, your contractor friend or family member, somebody who you know. Here they come back like, you know what, I need a couple of extra dollars, just to get this because you want this thing to look like this. And we ran into this problem, blah, 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 blah. Or the classic, oh, I just need a couple of dollars because it's Friday And I don't want my crew to go home without no money on a Friday. You know, they got family, you know, they got women and stuff like that. You looking at the work, it ain't looking nowhere near finished. Now, the agreement was that you were supposed to give them a deposit, maybe 1/3. And as the work was progressing, you would give them a little bit more. And when the work was fully completed, you would complete whatever the cost of the work was. It clearly said that in the contract that he finally brought through somewhere around the 3rd or the 5th of the month. Remember, he was supposed to have that on the 27th or before the 27th when, okay. Anyway, so you give them a couple of dollars. Well, how much you need to give them for the weekend? Just a couple of thousand, you know, it's 4 people working in there. Give them 500 each. You can give them 500 each, you know, so they can have some money for the weekend. Yeah. Okay. So you give them a couple of thousand. Yeah. Anyway, so long story short story long, they don't finish this work. There's no way they're going to finish on the 23rd of the month. Here it is, the 18th of the month, and it ain't looking like, yo, my crib is looking like y'all put a wrecking ball to it. How are you telling me that y'all gonna be finished by the 23rd? Oh, I'm telling you, you know, we just ran into some problems, whatever. And the other job that we had, or one of my guys, 2 of my guys was caught drinking on the job, and I had to let them go, or they quit, or one of them OD'd. One of them had a heart attack. Oh, they had to go down south to take care of their mom. She had a stroke. All this old shit that you paying for, the 23rd come around, they ain't nowhere near finish your house. All right, we're going to extend this until the 30th. We should be finished by the 30th. By the looks of things, they ain't going to be finished by the 30th of the next month. By the looks of things. And he's still coming to you like, but I just need a couple of dollars. I just need a couple of dollars to give to my peoples. We gonna be there on Monday morning. Just leave us the key, and we'll put the key up under the mat when we gone. Now you realize that you're not gonna get this work done. Then you done gave this motherfucker. Let's say the job was 30,000. 30,000. You done already. He's already into you about 20 of the 30. That motherfucker ain't nowhere near finished. If he finishes, hold on. Let me get this off because at least until I stop talking, standing up. It's looking like if he finishes, it's going to be way late. And that money should come off of the bill. Of course, he doesn't want it to because he feels somehow in his mind, he feels like he's sacrificed. Okay, let's say he doesn't finish the job because he won't. Even if he finishes the job, he didn't finish it to the specifications that y'all agreed upon when he started the job. Now you arguing about the contract. You said in the contract that y'all was going to do this, that, and the third. He said he brings out the contract. Now he's a contractual. He damn near paralegal. Oh, no, see, it says right here, I never said that blah, 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 blah. Everything right here is clearly laid out in the contract. We were supposed to do that, this, and the third. So in reality, we actually giving you more than what you paid for because you my peoples. And I wanted to make sure you got taken care of. So, you know what I mean? I got you. You got me, motherfucker. I'm going to Shore, Levin, and Weiss. I'm going to Jeff Rosen. What was it? Something Rosenberg Law or whatever. I'm going to John Morgan. Yeah, all right. You want to, and your crib is fucked up. Your crib ain't right. You down 20 stacks. Maybe 30, because he might have convinced you to pay him off. Because in good faith, you figure he ain't going to leave you out there. He left you out there. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me get my, you know what I mean? I be up here with y'all huffing and puffing and make sure I get my fan, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you wind up having to sue this bastard. You want them having to sue them. You know what I mean? You that mad. You're that mad and disappointed. Now, the question that I have for you is, now that you sued him, will y'all ever be okay again? Tell me, when will I see you smile again? 'Cause I know I fucked up, baby, and I know you better, sugar. So yeah, when loved ones have to sue each other, you and that contractor friend of yours, family member of yours, y'all was good. Y'all was good. Now y'all beyond not good. Y'all are terrible. Y'all are in a terrible place with each other, because very rarely do you sue somebody and be happy with them at the same time. Ain't no happy suing like, yo, after I get you for this money that you was shitting on me about, that you should have just went ahead and paid me in good faith. Yo, we gonna be just like we was before. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I'm having a cookout on the 4th and Labor Day, and you're invited. But not Memorial Day, because our court date is on the Tuesday after Memorial Day. The fuck? Yo, you know it ain't going down like that. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button, please. Please hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. What's going on, Maritza Allberg? Pizza Allberg is in the house. What's good? And jack off. Oh, fuck you. And Carla, what's good? Rox is asking if I own a tactical shotgun. I got something that will deter you from ever doing anything wrong, not only to me, but to anybody if I'm around. That's what I got. Now you guess what kind of weapon it is and the caliber. You guess. If you guess correctly, I'll tell you. But I hope you don't guess to the point where I have to show you. But I believe in the Second Amendment. I absolutely do. I absolutely do. And that's registered and unregistered. I was taught not to turn the other cheek, but to fight fire with fire, even if you got to go first. Okay, Reese says, my baby mama sued me in 2014. Really? For child support? Because that is a form of suing. A lot of people don't look at it. They be like, yo, you failed on me. You failed on me. You mean I filed? Yes, I filed for child support. But that is a form of litigation. You do have to go to court. They look over your financial records and they decide how much that you should pay a month. And if there's a question about paternity, all of that gets handled in the interim. Brand Nubian had a song about it in Sadat X. He said a court they can come up with a fee for me to pay monthly. And he was talking about how the courts was messing with his license and, stopping his ability to be able to drive and all of that. Hey, look, you owe child support. You got to pay that shit. But one thing, in some cases, in plenty of cases that I know of, chick took the board of the child support court. He had to pay child support, but they were still good with each other. It was like, look, this ain't about me. It's for your child. You ain't gonna stick me with the entire bill of raising this child. You the one wanted the child. You nutted all up in me. I told you to chill. I wasn't on the pill. I told you to chill. I wasn't on the pill. You said, I said, no, it went, you said, I said, I said, you said, you said, yeah. And instead of saying, okay, Not that that works every time. You said, booyaka, booyaka. Didn't even encourage her to go to the bathroom and try to pee it out. Not that it works, but you know, stranger things have been known to happen. So it go the way it go. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Steven 87. Let me see. Malu Strand said, like, just because the father is not with their baby mom, their responsibility goes away with the relationship, right? But that's not how the real world works out. Well, some men have to find that out. Some women have to find that out too. You know, I mean, child support, court-ordered child support, I am very much against. But you know what I am not against? You know what I am pro? I'm pro mothers and fathers working it out with each other. Now, sometimes there can be emotions that get out of control and extenuating circumstances that can warrant an agreement being broken or not honored or not respected. And sometimes then you have to get the courts involved. But I think that should be a last resort. For a lot of women, it's not a last resort. For some women, it's a first resort. For some women that I know personally, it was a first resort. It is what it is. But I have known men and women to work it out. I've known men and women to work it out. Malu says it's for the babies. No, it's not always for the babies. But nonetheless, he has to pay. One thing a man cannot do when it comes to child support is decide how the child support is being allocated. Your job is to pay. You cannot tell that woman what she has to use it for, because 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be used just strictly for your child. If you want something strictly for your child, then buy things for your child, aside from the child support. But you can't be like, no, I want my baby to have Jordans and I want them to have nice dresses. And I want, you can't do that with the child support. That's for the mother or whoever the custodial parent is. That's for them to decide. You don't like it? Become the custodial parent and you file for child support. But yeah, child support is definitely one of those areas where people have to, And child support is something that a lot of women become very, very used to. They become dependent on that money. It's been coming every month, whatever. Some women, they be feeling down when that child turned 18 and them checks ain't coming through no more. It happens. Shit happens. Shit, if you was getting a check in any type of situation, if you was getting a check that you had gotten used to for 5, 10, 15, 20, 18 years, you're not going to be totally prepared for when that check ain't coming through no more. That was supplementing your income. It is what it is. Mahadeo says greed. Hey, some women are greedy. I'm not going to sit up here and protect all men. And I'm definitely not going to sit up here and protect all women. I know some grimy ass Johns, some grimy ass chicks that child support is their first line of defense and offense. And we don't even have to go to celebrity status to see it. I can give you some phone numbers. Matter of fact, I could call now, but it would be unethical. But they could tell you something. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, sit back, relax, do your thing, Max, and chill. Johnny West, M7 says, I want to let go, but I feel like I have a connection to her. It's hard. Feels like she's the one. This girl's not responding to me. What do I do? If she's not responding to you, dog, you might have to let that go. Stacy White, what's good? What's good? Yeah, but yeah, when people who care for each other, like each other, love each other, when they have to go to the courts in order to work things out, it normally gets ugly. But is there a way for it to be okay? Is there? Is there? Well, just like I said, with the issue of the child support, I've seen. Not only have I seen mothers and fathers work that situation out, I've seen situations where they worked it out while the child support was going on. How is this nigga back with the mom, living in the crib, and still paying a child support check, a child support payment that's coming out of his check, and he lived there? I've seen it. I'm like, this is the craziest shit. So let me get this straight. You and your baby mom back together? Yeah, we back together, man. But she ain't take the child support order off of you? Like, yo, she was going to, but I told her not to. I said, nah, you know what? We'll go ahead and keep it like this, just in case me and you not on good footing no more, we ain't gotta go back. I'm like, damn, don't you want that? He said, well, look, man, you know, with all of this shit that me and her been through with each other, I just don't know. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, that's my baby. I love her and everything like that. But I don't know. You know how she gets sometimes. So, you know, just in case I have to make a mad dash, I'm not trying to go back and forth to court, because that make me into a different person. Oh, I'm like, you know what? I can't even be mad at that. It's unorthodox. But I get it. Oh, Malu said sometimes couples scam a lot, so he pay, but he eat too. That's not no scam. How is that a scam? You're not scamming them for the government. The government ain't paying you shit. And all of the money that come out of his check don't go to you. Court ain't free. Allocation ain't free. Moderation ain't free. Ain't free. That's why I say y'all can't work that shit out between each other. There are some things where you can allow your feelings to get in the way, and there's some things that you got to just be smarter about. Backhand B. I don't know what that is you wrote, so I ain't gonna read it. Malu says, I agree with they should be able to agree with one another. They don't necessarily have to agree. You don't have to agree to something, but you should be able, you should be able to come up with an agreement. Me and my daughter's mom, I paid child support for 18 years. And then when it was time for her to go to college, I went in here and paid the tuition. We ain't had no child support court order, and I paid more than what child support would have ordered me to pay. I ain't ask her what she do with the money. I know I can't control that. The fuck do I care? I know one thing. When I see my daughter, she better not be looking like no bum. She better be taken care of. She better look like not only is my money going towards a good use, but yours is too. And that was always the case. Although when my baby was young, like her mom used to buy her shoes from Payless, and I did not like that shit. I remember every time she came to Philly, I used to be like, I'm looking at her feet like, what the fuck? Because I'm a stickler for footwear. I don't play that shit. I don't like no ugly ass shoes. I don't like no ugly ass sneakers. I don't play that shit. I don't like no cheap ass looking shit. I don't like that. I don't like that. I ain't saying that you got to be wearing Gucci or, Louis Vuitton, none of that shit. But you should have decent footwear. And I used to be looking at these shoes that my baby had on her feet, and I didn't like them. I didn't like that. So every time she came to see me, first thing we did was hit the shoe store. You getting a couple of pair of shoes, a couple of pair of sneaks. That's how we do. And then, so, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine. I was like, yo, she keep coming up with these shoes. I can't remember the name, the brand name of the shoes. But I was like, yeah. And they was like, that's Payless. I said, say what? Yeah, that's the Payless brand. Oh, I was like, say what? I make good money. I don't know what her mom making, but I know I make good money. We ain't got. Hey, look, ain't nothing wrong with Payless. Let me just put it that way. But it's something wrong with it for me. They don't got no shoes for me. They don't have that for me. You know what I mean? And they ain't got none of that for my baby, according to me. So, so, yeah. So, I asked my baby mom about that shit. Like, yo, what's up with the shoes on the feet? I didn't say nothing about the Payless. You know what I mean? I'm not a dickhead. So I was like, she was like, well, what's wrong with her shoes? Ain't nothing wrong with her shoes. I was like, I had to be quick on my feet. Cause I ain't want to be like, yo, you ain't got no taste in shoes. You got my baby out here wearing these bum ass shoes. Fuck out of here. Like we on welfare or some shit like that. You don't get a check. I don't get a check, but why we? So I just said, well, they too big for her feet. Well, children be growing, kids be growing and whatever. So I figured that I'm like, these cheap ass shoes, we ain't growing into these. First of all, and second of all, you're not supposed to be buying kids shoes that are too big for them. They ain't grow. Ain't nobody growing into nothing. You know what I mean? When they grow out of the shoes, it's time to buy new shoes. Ta-da! But anyway, I realized from there, I don't like what's on her feet. Buy what I like to see on her feet. Case closed. But we never came down to no it never came down to no court situation. Thank God for that. What's that? Feroz says, please buy me a PS5. Nah, but I'll play you on Call of Duty after this show. Because I will be playing after this. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. My name is Sun752 on PlayStation Network. Look me up and I'll play you. Bust your ass too. I know you can't beat me. Ansel says, I laugh when children compare each other clothes. Hey, it is what it is. Marissa says, I used to shop at Payless sometimes. Look, I'm not here to talk about what nobody else do or to indict nobody or tease nobody. But I know for me, that's a no. And for my baby, it was a no. It was a no. On the flip side, I'm not going to be buying my 2-year-old no damn Jordans. For what? Now, even though shit, the Jordan prices for baby shoes is pretty affordable. Pretty affordable. Norris Hill says Payless shoes were the secret arsenal. Were they now? Oh. Girl woman says just to get you to spend more money. Hold on, I gotta follow this conversation. Malou says, son, you worked it out 100 and you took your responsibility, but that's not all men and not women. Well, that's true. But it could be all men and women if you concentrate more on finding solutions than getting back at somebody. Way too many times immaturity and inexperience kicks in and you wind up fighting against each other instead of fighting the rest of the world with each other. So it is what it is. But I don't come from that. I don't come from that ducking responsibility, not paying for yours, not raising. I don't come from that. So that is a blessing in and of itself. But, you know. All right. But anyway. So I see y'all understand what we're talking about. But can you All right, we got 25 votes. Let me see how this vote thing is going so far. If you ever had to sue a friend or family member, do you think that y'all could ever be good again? 52%. Definitely majority said there's no way to sue and be cool with each other again. 52% said no, there's no way. 32% said maybe, but there's so much to it. And there is. Because there can be bad blood. There can be, missteps along the way. And 12% says if it was about money and not jail. Because some people can get over the money thing. All right, you sued me for a couple of dollars, all right, whatever. But if it's a thing where jail time is involved, because testifying against somebody in a criminal trial, that's suing them. That's why it says the city of blah, 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 or the state of blah, blah, blah versus blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. So in a case where there's abuse and shit like that, okay, 4% says not if it was about violence or sexual abuse. That's what SA is, if y'all didn't understand. I didn't have it wouldn't let me write anymore to be able to write that out. But SA is sexual abuse. Yeah. And that's a form of suing somebody too. If you called the cops on somebody and you press charges, that is a form of suing them. So, there might have been a situation where you had to do it. He did some inappropriate things to me. He did some inappropriate things to my children. He did some inappropriate things to my niece, my nephew, my aunt, my uncle, my brother, my sister, whoever. And we're not letting him get away with it. He's going down. So yeah. So it's the way the poll is going, I can understand why people say that there's no way to be cool after that. I know some different scenarios, but I get it. Good looking out, grown woman, don't try me. Yeah, as you can clearly see, I wasn't reading that comment. Like, all right, here we go. I wasn't reading that bullshit. Malu says, where I'm at, a predator had 6,789 videos and 2,876. Some pictures he got 4 months in jail. It's ridiculous. 4 months in jail. And that was for underage? 4 months? Damn. What's y'all sheesh. Hold on, y'all. Give me a chance before y'all hide them. Let me get a chance to read them. Y'all quick. Milo says kids down to the age of 3. Nah. 4 months? Shit, the state should be sued for that. For giving somebody 4 months for that. The state should be called into question for that. And so says, do you get respect when you go to jail for child support? That's a lot of people, man. A lot of men go to jail for child support, but they don't go upstate for that. You only go to the county. You only go to the county for child support. That's a little fact that most people fail to talk about. You're not going upstate for no child support because it's not a felony. It's not a felony. It's a misdemeanor. So, you go to the county, you be in the county for a minute, still got to pay the child support when you get out. When you come home, you going to jail, don't erase that debt. Marvina says, hey, what up, Marvina? Says, what you all getting into today? We are talking about when people close to you or family members, whatever, when they have to sue each other. Can you still be okay with each other if you had to sue? If you had to sue each other? Damn, Farouz, you say I'm in jail right now? Oh, yeah, what jail? If you in jail right now, give us your jail number. Give us your prison number, your prison ID. And don't tell me you don't know it, because it's attached right to your clothing. And it don't change. Malu says, Marvina, if you can forget. Okay, all right, cool. AI8, Ali 8, 100. What up? Ali 8, 100. What's good? No, it says, thy mind is mine. Alcoholics Anonymous. Free. Look it up. Says my pastor say stay out of trouble, and if you get in trouble, make sure you're in the right. Okay, but what that got to do with this? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Marty says, oh, if it was that bad, the trust is gone. That's true. But you can still be, well, in my world, you can still be okay with somebody even though you can't trust them. Just don't put them in a situation where trust is a factor. What's that? Redditor 11 says, I subscribe. Did you? Matter of fact, let me go harder. Let me go a little harder for you. Thank you for your subscription. Yo, thank you for the mission. Appreciate you. I really do. We really do. All right. So let me see. Jai CV band? What kind of content is this? Well, we are talking about whether you can sue people who are close to you or your family members and y'all can still be okay. That's what we're talking about today. So that's what kind of content this is. Can you sue your peoples, your brothers, your sisters, your aunties, uncles, cousins, your best friend, co-worker, Ace Boon Coon BFF? Can y'all take each other to court and be all right after that? Now, so we talked about contracting issues where a contractor that you know and were cool with might have left you high and dry. We talked about that, right? Now I want to talk about the elephant in the room that always has people going in court with each other, or at least threatening to. A death in the family. And the money, and maybe there was a will, maybe there wasn't a will, but there was definitely money left over, or items, a house, or something left over. Big Mama died, and she didn't specify who was supposed to get the house, or maybe she did. And who did she leave the house to? Her crackhead youngest. Why they always gotta leave the house to the crackhead, the one that's on drugs, that's strange behavior, kind of bug. Yo, You could have left it to your nephew Thug or maybe your grandson. Yeah, he the one, but you left it to my uncle, and my uncle get high. He gonna sell that motherfucking crib to get by. And yo, we mad, yo, on the eye. I'm mad at this shit. That nigga gotta die. Matter of fact, he's sick as hell. Yeah, he got AIDS, HIV. He didn't do. He got played. Yo, shit is bad out here, and we should have got that money right here. You know what I'm talking about? Yo, the shit is kind of whack. I can't believe that we gotta get back. Died. No will. Maybe somebody took out an insurance policy on somebody and they ain't had no business taking out no insurance policy on the deceased, but they did. And you like, well, how did you take out an insurance policy on somebody that wasn't your son, wasn't your daughter, wasn't your mom, wasn't your dad, wasn't even your blood? Where they do that? A death in the family can doom a family. I was supposed to get this. I was supposed to get that. And I didn't get it. And I'm going to court. This some bullshit. And you better hurry up and get to court before they sell everything, before you even got a chance to go to court. How you gonna go to court to get a house that already got sold? He sold it. She sold it in a short sale. Short sale. A fucking $300,000 crib got sold for $50,000 real quick, and the $50,000 is gone. The $50,000 is part of her lungs. Yeah, you probably never talk to your sister again. But until she gets sober, she don't give a fuck. Well, my mom loved me and I love her, and I was the only one that used to come by her house. I'm the only one that used to come by her house and make sure that she was okay. Yeah, I get high. A lot of people get high, but I'm still in my right mind, and I still look good. I still look good. I look better than you. Shoot. Yeah, I look like I'm aging backwards. And you look like you older than mommy. Anyway, you just mad. You just mad because she loved me more than she loved you. But anyway, I got mine. In too deep, can't think about giving it up. Cause I never knew love could hurt this fucking bad. Worst pain that I ever had. Oh, get, never knew love. Yeah, that bitch moved. She moved down south, and she ain't never come to see my mom when she was alive. And then when my mom passed, after she had all these opportunities, she knew mommy was sick. She knew mommy was sick. Did she come and see her? No. Then when she passed, she acted like she all surprised that she passed. And now she want to come up here and trying to tell everybody what they should have and what they should do and all of that, and want to be fake crying. You wasn't crying for mommy when she was here, and she loved you, you dumbass bitch. Fuck you. Yeah, I got the house and I already sold the house because I don't want to be in the house that's going to remind me of my mom. Look, you can go ahead and sue Cindy if you want. That was her name. You can go ahead and sue Cindy. You ain't gonna get nothing but a judgment. You ain't gonna get nothing but a judgment. Shirley Sherrill, the world's most precious, the greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Sherrill, the world's most precious, the greatest pearl in the world. What's good? D. Porter says, my family dealing with that. You know how it go. It's the most fucked up situation when it comes to family. But that shit will cripple a family. You know what I mean? You know, one of the reasons why that movie Soul Food was so popular with black people, because they could feel that shit. Big Mama held the family together. Y'all was always ready to be rumbling each other over some shit. Since y'all was young, y'all loved each other and all of that. But y'all, I mean, but Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's or whatever, we at the crib. We at mommy crib and everybody putting their differences to the side. Yo, throw that Al Green on. Fuck it. Throw the Al Green on. Throw that Commodores on. We gonna, all right, now, look, for the kids, we gonna do this Soul Train line. We gonna do this Soul Train line. Do that dance you did last year. Do that dance you did last year. It's all good. If mommy wasn't there, y'all was ready to go at each other's throats. But y'all know mommy didn't like y'all not getting along. She wasn't trying to hear it. You knew she had her favorites, but she was not going to show it outright. No, no, we not doing that. We not doing that. Oh, let me put on Big Mama voice. No, we not doing that. We not doing, no. I don't want y'all fighting. I don't want y'all. I said, God damn it. If anybody gonna pass any licks in here, it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me. Y'all kept it together for grandma or mommy. Then she passed and the bottom fell out of Wall Street. Ain't nobody to mediate. Ain't no house to go to no more on these holidays. Everybody's dealing with their own family. There ain't no more infighting. Now we out fighting. But these are situations where you might have to get a lawyer. I know my mom left me something. I know it. She told me before she left what she had for me. And now it ain't in the place where she said it would be all of a sudden. It could be an heirloom, a ring, or a pendant, a necklace, something that had a connection between you and your mother, you and your grandmother, whatever. She told you she wanted you to have it. And somebody found it and they took it and they act like it wasn't there. Necklace. Grip. Nana used to, I don't remember Nana wearing no necklace. I ain't never seen Nana with no necklace. You got 150 pictures with Nana in this motherfucking necklace. Not this necklace. The necklace that Nana used to wear. 150 pictures. You talking about some you don't remember Nana wearing that fucking necklace. Time for us to fight. Time to fight. Dimples D's, what's good? Sorry I'm not reading all y'all comments, y'all. I guess I'm into this shit. This shit deep. Malu said no. Cindy will need more after the 50,000 so she can use herself. Cindy already spent the money. Cindy ain't none of that 50,000 left. She bought a car. She sold the car. You know crackheads can't keep no car. They either gonna crash it or sell it. You know what I mean? They can't keep a license. It don't work that way. Marvina says, let's stay together. Loving you forever. Exactly. Throw the Al Green on. Stop all this arguing. All this damn arguing. No more arguing. Y'all fussing and fighting all the time. We can't never have the hey, look, put the goddamn cornbread on the table, the greens. I'm sorry, my grandson acting like he a Muslim now, so he don't eat no pork. So I guess you won't be having no greens this Christmas. You won't be having no greens on this Thanksgiving. You know, you since you don't eat meat no more. Shout out to all of y'all Muslim brothers and sisters that had to put your non-pork eating ways to the side. It just wasn't appropriate for you to be a Muslim while you was at granny house. And you better not come to grandma's house with no key mark on your damn head, all garbed up. So you change. So you don't believe in God no more over a man you met. Grandma, it's not because of no man. Yeah, I mean, like grandma, no disrespect, but the slave masters taught us about Jesus, and that's what kept us slaves. Oh my Lord, who told you that dumbass shit? Oh my Lord. So shout out to all of y'all Muslims that waited until y'all grandmother died before y'all could really become Muslims. Before you could really take your shahada the right way, you had to wait until grandma died because you didn't want grandma to die thinking that you was going to hell because you didn't accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior no more. Shout out to all of y'all. You know what I mean? Shout out to all of y'all. You'll get your chance to be a Muslim. You'll get your chance to be a Muslim. Don't worry. Simon says, what's good? Simon, the Shannon Sharp and Ray Lewis beef. Yeah, that's some shit right there. Who I got on that? I never liked Ray Lewis. And I don't like Shannon Sharp, but I'm going to have to go with Shannon on this one. I don't like Ray Lewis from way back. You know what I mean? I don't like Ray Lewis from way back. He had a little bit too much, let's just say he was a little conservative to me as a black man. I'm like, don't you got a body on your record? Didn't you kill somebody? He was the first Super Bowl MVP that couldn't go up and accept his trophy. Wasn't that some shit? He killed a motherfucker, won the Super Bowl, won the MVP, and couldn't accept his trophy because he was disgraced. He balled out in that Super Bowl. Year 2000. He balled out in the Super Bowl, but like, yeah, he the Super Bowl MVP, but we gotta let Trent Dilfer come up here and accept the MVP on his behalf. Trent Dilfer got up on that stage like he was winning the MVP. Like, motherfucker, you garbage. They be trying to compare Jalen Hurts to some damn Trent Dilfer. Like, yeah, well, he did manage the game. You out of here, goddamn man. Eru es como el primo tonto de Tyson. No, I'm not. Tyson is not my cousin. Tyson is not my cousin. Ya understand un poco español. Yeah, entiendo un poco español, señor. Pero, lo siento. No primo de Mike Tyson. Sheesh. Oh, I'm sorry. Ay. he said, he said, you look like his idiot cousin. I know what he said. I ain't mad at him for saying it. I mean, he act like he didn't know Spanish, but like he don't know English, but he does. He does. He does. All right, Marlena says, try Maritza. Try Maritza. I mourn my husband and miss those grandbabies. Hopefully, it will work out somehow. Things always work out the way that they're supposed to. But when you talk about having to sue somebody that you're close to, you have to prepare yourself, and all of the anger that you may feel for the reason that you have to even take them to court in the first place. You have to console yourself, or should I say, you have to confront the fact that you're never going to be able to be friends with them the same way you were. You're not going to be able to have the same type of situation, the amicable situation that you had before. But life goes on. You said I'm not Mexican. I'm from Argentina. Nobody who says you were from Mexico. Who said you were from Mexico? Cheryl Hudson says the like button is one language. Word. Hit that like button, y'all. Stop being stingy with the likes. PV223. What's good? What's good? But yeah, death in the family can cripple the relationship that the family members had with each other previously. Death in the family that's hell on earth for a family. It is. It's one of those things that will, it can crumble and cripple the family structure that you had before. And God forbid you are already teetering on not being cool with a family members, and that death in the family can close the coffin on that. Stacy asks, "Is this just a topic?" What you mean? What kind of question is that? You mean is this real? It might be real to you. It might be real in some other people's circumstances. It's real shit. That's for sure. This ain't no cartoon. Everything I talk about is real. Don't act like this is the first time ever being on this channel. That's what we're not going to do. We're not going to do that. Trying to make me mad? You trying to make me mad? Huh? Want me to be mad? I don't want to be mad. Nar says, if I don't trust you, I don't need you. Taking the legal route is a strike 3 move. I feel you on that. Malu says, I'm a sub, but my fam is calling out my name, so I've got to go. But I'll see you on the next one. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for thanks for thanks for all the commentary. I appreciate you. See you next time. Have a good day. Be safe. Fred Goldust says fake beard. Oh, we doing the fake beard thing again. Fake beard allegations. I wonder if other dudes with beards ever come across fake beard allegations. Fake beard allegations. Fake beard allegations. I wonder who wrote the book of love. I wonder. I guess my shit's so fly, they be like, ain't no way that shit real, son. No way. Well. Play out. I was listening to Play at Your Own Risk later yesterday. Play at your own risk, girl. All right, hold on. Dimples D, she said, my godmom made sure no fighting and arguing went on once she passed. She placed all assets in a trust and distributed according to the trust instructions. Her ways still live on. But did that stop? Did that stop arguing? That could stop you from being able to take somebody to court because they don't have a case. But did that stop people from being mad at each other? That might have been the thing that made them mad. Like, see, she wouldn't have had to go through all of that if it wasn't for you being greedy. That's why I don't like you now. Yeah, I'm talking to you. That's why I don't like you now. Because when mommy was alive, or daddy was alive, or granddaddy was alive, or grandmama was alive, or Uncle Frank was alive, he was stressed out because of you. Which is selfish, jealous, petty, messy ass. Jealous, messy, petty ass. Jealous, messy, petty ass. Jealous, messy, petty ass. Jealous, messy, petty ass. Jealous, petty, messy ass. Jealous, little that. Jealous, that. Let's start it over. Jealous, petty, messy ass. 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 You know who I am talking to. Well, first of all, you're jealous, you're petty, you're messy, you never met nobody no good, selfish. All you care about is what you gonna get and what everybody else get. Soon as someone gets something, you looking to see how much they got. I don't care if we just pouring juice in a cup. You want to make sure you got more juice or at least the same amount of juice as everybody else. There's no time for equality. It's just a glass of juice, you petty bitch. What's wrong with you? What's your problem? Okay. Brown Eyes Dunlap was good. And time is in the house. What's going on, my peoples? What's good? And thank you. Appreciate you. Said Fred, when did toupees be worn on the face? All right, do me a favor, y'all. Before y'all delete somebody, you know what I mean? Before y'all delete somebody, let me know. Because it ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have to go. You know what I mean? They come in here talking that gay shit and all that shit. Yeah. Show them the door. Or, of course, if they spam. But if they, you know what I mean, fake beard, eyeliner and all that shit, that shit ain't hurting nothing. All right. Stacy says they hating on your beard. I don't know. I want to know what's up with that. Tom says, I will never sue a family member, but that family member will never come to me and ask for anything. The palace of what? Anything? The palace of what position that they're in? Marvita said that finger. Yeah, sometimes you got to put a finger in some people's face. Sometimes you just got to be disrespectful with some shit. I mean, it was already disrespectful towards you. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to return the favor. Sometimes. Stacey White says, God forbid if I go before my family, how are they going to act after I'm gone? I don't know. Shoot. And we ain't even talk about funeral arrangements and all of that shit. Insurance settlements. Oh my God. You took out a policy. You had a policy out on mommy that she ain't know about. Yet you took out an insurance policy on mommy. Yet we had to we had to go use a GoFundMe in order to get the money for a funeral. So you kept the money. You kept the money that we could have used for a funeral, and we had to beg people in order to bury mommy. You ain't no goddamn good. No goddamn good. Hold the fuck on. Hold on. Huh. Dimples, I think your comment got deleted by mistake. Because there's nothing wrong with this shit. It had me confused. It says some was mad, but it was nothing that they could do. Grandmother's words was, take that jealous attitude home, not in my space. Yeah, I think your comment got deleted by mistake. My bad on that. All right. All right. Peace, Nars. Peace, my brother from another mother. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you as always. As always. All right. Okay. So yeah, a death in the family can spell the end of family. It really can. It really can. But there's more. There's more. Let's take this scenario here. And this is a fairly innocent one. You and a friend or family member, somebody close to you, were driving in the car. You know, y'all were going somewhere, maybe to the store, maybe to a club, maybe to some kind of recreational thing. Anyway, y'all get into a car accident. And you get hurt in a car accident. Now, that person that was driving the car either didn't have insurance or they didn't have sufficient insurance to cover your medical expenses. Now, here's where it gets sticky. Are you expected to eat the cost of your medical bills because the person driving the car did not have coverage or didn't have enough coverage to cover you and you're really hurt? Now here it gets wild because now the person, now you're saying that, all right, let's say they had insurance, so you have to sue their insurance company, which is essentially suing the person. You're suing them, but you're suing their insurance company. Now, the person who was driving might agree with that. Like, yeah, well, go ahead and sue them because, you know, they should cover your medical costs. But maybe the person that was driving don't really believe that you hurt the way you say that you're hurt. They think that you're just trying to get some money, which means that you're really trying to get some money from them because your insurance premiums are going up, way high. And it was a car accident. It may not have been any fault of your own, but let's say it was. The accident was your fault. You hit somebody. Of course, you didn't mean to hit them, but you did. Shit happens. The longer you out there on the road, the greater the likelihood that you're going to get into a fender bender somewhere along the line. All right. So They got hurt. But you telling them that they not really hurt. You could have got hurt too. But you figure since you only got hurt a little bit and you was the driver, how could they get hurt all that much? And they had on their seatbelt and everything. Well, the fucking if the airbags deployed, could have damn near knocked their head off. I've heard some real violent stories about those airbags. Plus, they dealing with maybe their car is totaled or whatever. So it's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. But anyway, you got to sue their insurance company, which is like suing them. Juan Ray Pitzer? I'm sorry. Juan Ray. Is it Juan? Is that how you spell it? Is that John Ray? John Ray Pitzer? If I'm saying your name wrong, and I probably am, I apologize. Blame it on my head, not my heart. But yeah, this is a situation that can get in the way of the good relationship that you had with somebody or a family member. I'm going to need a surgery, or I need extended therapy, and your insurance company is not covering it, and you ain't covering it either. What up, Jamal? You're not covering it either. And I need this extra care. I'm out of work. I can't go back to work. I'm in too much damn pain. Well, you might have to sue them. John Ray. Okay, I got you. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you coming through the channel. Jamal says, I feel sorry for you, my man. How come? I try not to feel sorry for myself, but what would make you feel sorry for me? And this is the first time you've ever come here. What's going on? You know something that I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's a situation that can have other family members or other friends, dividing up each other. Like, well, I think he wrong for not having the insurance or whatever, or not having the insurance to cover his bills. Or I think she wrong because she should work with him or her, because they was so cool before. Suing somebody should be the last resort. But it's not her fault she got hurt. But I don't know. She always getting hurt in somebody's car. Planting seeds of doubt. Those are the seeds of separation right there. Let me see. Wangotus? I don't know. I started to read your comment, but it's so confusing. I'm not going to. Yep. Not going to do that. I don't know what the hell. I don't know. Yeah, grown woman don't try me. And some people are sue happy. Every time you turn around, they got a case going. You know what I mean? A lawyer's best friend. Every time you turn around, they got a case pen. Oh yeah, well I got a case. Some people live off of nothing but case money. Some, I know some. Some people live off of case money. Never working, always suing. I've known a lot of people like that in my life. Shirley Cheryl says the Shrek song, Omar. He started in his previous. Okay, I got nothing. I only know Cheryl. I only know what I know. I saw Shrek, maybe even Shrek 2, but not enough. I guess I didn't watch it enough times to know any of the or remember any of the dialogue. Yeah. I got nothing. Marissa says at Marvina, things will work out later on in life. Just give it to the Lord. Have faith. Give it to the Lord. Stacey White says, I know some too. We all know. Grown woman said, lawyer on speed dial. And I always wondered how the lawyers look at people like that. Like, I mean, even though I'm getting paid off of you, I wouldn't want you to be my friend. Outside of this space, you're a little too much. You a little too much. I'm always working on something for you. We go from one case to the next case. That's how it is with some people. That's how it is for some people. Shirley Shell says the music, that's what gets me. On Shrek? All right, cool. Stacy says, I don't like courts and I don't like 50. What's 50? I don't like going to court either. I would much rather avoid having to go to court for any reason. Any reason. And when it's time for me to go to court, I get anxious, like, because you never know how this shit is going to go. You know what I mean? You just never know. You never know. But it's all good, though. But yeah, in a situation like that where, y'all was cool with each other and everything, but y'all got into a car accident. And yeah, now everything is on shaky ground. Things ain't good between the two of y'all. It ain't good between the both of y'all. And it may never be. Things may never be the way they were before. They may never be the way that they were before. Not even close. Like, nah. He used to be my friend. Yeah. He used to be my friend. So it's hard. It's hard to sue somebody that and for y'all to be cool again. And when you really think about it, why would you even want to be cool with somebody that you had to go all the way to court for? Why would you want to do that? Now, I've known some people, real shit, who have gone to like divorce court or people's court, where they wasn't really fighting over nothing, but they settled the case. And they used to pay out. Because divorce court, people's court, this court, that court, the ones that aren't scripted, they are just forms of small claims court. And so they pay out whatever the cause was, because you can't win more than $5,000 in those courts. So I've known people that conspired together to go to court so they could hopefully win $5,000, get the judgment, but get the payout. And they split it split it down the middle, whatever, or however they do it. And they also get a free vacation out of that. So wherever the court is, whether it's in LA or New York or Atlanta, I don't think they're ever in New York. Maybe like Connecticut. Like Maury used to be in New York before they moved to Connecticut, but that wasn't a court. They still got money though. Because so you get up, they put you in a nice hotel, you get a limo or whatever to take you to the to the studios and all of that shit for rehearsal. And yes, and if you don't have no other income or you have the time to do it, it could be something to do. At the very least, it could be something to do. Let me see. Marvina said, Marissa, thank you. I'm trying to have faith. I love them so much, but I can't be walked on. Grown woman says, Marvina, I'm estranged from 2 of my grands and it's okay. I will not tolerate disrespect from anyone, not even my own blood. That's because you a hothead. So, Stephen says, no, Marina says, grown woman, I agree. I can love you, but I can't be mistreated. Maritza, wait, Stephen says, just seen that jail gate video. That's what's up. Marissa says, brown eyes, so happy, lawyer's best friend. So, hey, real shit. Real shit. Grown woman says, then I'll be a hothead, sir. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Mm-hmm. But I pray that you reunite with your grandkids so your head can cool down. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, please don't let my head be so hot that it bakes or broils. Brown Eye says, I don't follow that comment. Maybe I'm having a blind moment. Well, what color is your hair? An AI agent says, that's yam possible. Okay, cool. Grover says, too old to change now, son. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. A like button is a channel's best friend. It's a channel's best friend. Okay. Let me see something here. See how we doing. See how we doing out chum. Out chum. Okay, we doing all right. We doing all right. Okay, but yeah, man. When you have to sue somebody that you know, somebody that you was cool with, you got to think about how long things have to go on, before it actually comes down to you getting a lawyer. Y'all have already talked. Promises may have been made. Money may have already been given out. Them partial payments are a killer. Partial payments are a relationship killer. Because partial payments are the things that make the people who are wrong feel like they was right. Now, y'all can let me know if I'm wrong about that. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. Partial payments are what make the wrong feel like they right. Well, I gave you something. I only owed you owed you I only owed you I paid you most of the money. You owed me 100 and you gave me 20. You ain't paid me most of the money. Yo, you owed me 100 and you gave me 20. Yo, why can't you think that you funny when you owed me 100 but you only paid me 20? Yeah, I paid you 20, but I was gonna give you 40. All you had to do was wait a couple of days, shorty. But you wanna go get yourself a lawyer. You are the craziest thing I ever saw you. On some other shit, you was always greedy. You wasn't coming around in the times when I was needy. And I need a little help, and I need a little help some more. But I know for sure that you are not the type of person that can come around. I owed you $20, $100. What does it mean now? You ain't got a lawyer over $100. You ain't got a lawyer over $100. What the fuck is wrong with you? I had to do what I gotta do and sue your ass. There's no way I'm gonna win, cause the shit you do is a sin. Oh, another fake beard comment. Don't take them off yet. Don't take them off yet. What's his name? Gourmation? He says, shut up and fake beard. Damn. Shut up. Won't do that. Fake beard. Oh, my fake beard, baby. My fake beard, baby. What is it about my beard that make him think that, you know what I'm saying? Fake beard. Wow. Well, I'm going to tell you like this. It looks fake and fucked. Oh, now I'm going to delete your old punk bitch ass. You bitch ass nigga. I thought I was going to be able to let you live. No, not no more. Let me get rid of your stupid ass. Chew, cornball. Chew fucking cornball. Look, you're gone now. Look at you. You can't even hear me. You're gone. You said, wait a minute. Same beard has his dad, bro. Do one. Boys back for Bruce Willis. Hold up, what you mean? Hold on, man. Fuck it. Hold on. Owed him $100. Zolu gave him 20. Only, hold on. I got it. Only, owed him 100 and you only gave him 20. Owed him 100, but you only gave him 20. Owed him 100, where you only gave him 20. That's some really funny money. Owed him 100, but you only gave him 20. Owed him 100, but you only gave him 20. Owed him 100 and you only gave him 20. Yo, you really think this shit is funny? When you owe somebody a lot of cash, give up the money so did the stash. Yo, it's not gonna last. You broke up a relation over cash. It happens every day with y'all. Yo, give up the money, some and all. Partial payments will break your back. Yo, give me all my money, act. It's going down tonight. Give me money or we gotta fight. Yo, it's nothing personal. It's business, act like you know. Yo, owed him 100, only gave him 20. Owed him 100, only gave him 20. Owed him 100, only gave him 20. Fuck you. Yo, that boy Gourmet is coming through. He wants to talk to me and you. What's up with niggas out here today? I don't understand the way that they play, but I know one thing, we gonna rock. Yo, we do this thing, yeah, same TikTok. Yo, everything is gonna be whack. Yo, Unival said that? What's his name? Uvidal. He says it's whack. Fuck you, fuck your mom, and your dad at the same time. Fuck your sisters and your bros, nigga. And your dick will never grow bigger. It's going down Sunday now. I hate when I have to fuck around. Use curse words, try to diss. But you can give a dick a kiss. But not mine, you're not invited. By a man, I never get excited. But I bet you do, that's why you're coming through. Trying to talk to me, you know how you do. My name is Sun752. And you know how I do. That's SUNSEVNFIVETWO. You make sure you keep up with the flow. Everything is going to go the way it really go. All right. So ain't that cool? I think I am good. Good. You good? Everything good? But them partial payments. Partial payments make people who are dead wrong feel like they was right. And that's the real problem. You know, because the people who make partial payments will always try to rationalize, like, I showed good faith. I paid you. I gave you a little bit of money. I was getting ready to give you some more, but then I get this letter in the mail talking about you taking me to court. Now, the thing is, how long do it take for you to finally get correspondence in the mail? What kind of payment schedule were you on? You make a payment now, a payment 3 months later? Because lawyers don't act but so fast, from what I know. Wankster grandpa. Man, I'm gonna delete you my goddamn self. Get this bitch ass nigga out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I make you go bye-bye. See, y'all making me put hits out on motherfuckers. Damn, I deleted them before grown women don't try had a chance to talk to him. He could talk to you in his dreams. In his dreams. In my dreams. All right, anyway. Yeah, man, them partial payments have people thinking that they doing the right thing when they not doing the right thing. And when you are levying this litigation against somebody that you know, other people that know both of y'all, they start to get involved and everybody has an opinion. So now your friends and your family members and other people who are close to y'all or close to the situation, now they all taking sides. Well, I think such and such is right. I think the other one is right. But the relationship is done. By the time you have to take somebody to court, the relationship is done. Because there are already bad feelings involved. Is there anyone within the sound of my voice who likes bad feelings? You like having bad feelings? Because they're easy to get, ain't they? You will never have to fight for bad feelings. They come easily. They do. Divine Presence says, "What's good, son? How you doing? Good to see you. Always good to see you too. And I'm feeling like a real man should. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you, my dude. Appreciate you. Like the name too, Divine Presence. That's what I'm talking about. Supreme mathematics right there. Supreme mathematics right there. Speak on it, God. Now, Cypher. Ansel says, questions for group. If someone sues you, then fall on hard times, do you help them? Not with the money I sued them for. I'll drive them to the welfare office. You know what I mean? Try to give them that medical card. That medical card, them food stamps. Gotta hurry up before Trump take care of them food stamps. Food stamps, yeah. I need them food stamps. I'm telling you, I need them food stamps. Yeah. I need them food stamps when they come through. FOODSTAMP. I need food stamps so a nigga can eat. FOODSTAMP. We need some food stamps so a nigga can eat. We need them food stamps. Yeah. We need them food stamps. I'm telling you. We need them food stamps. Yeah. We need them food stamps. We gonna get this food. What's up? Anybody in here got something against food stamps? Y'all got a problem with me. Because if you got some food stamps, I'm paying for them. Don't try to charge me up. Either 50-50 or 60-40. You know what I mean? You know, don't try to get greedy. Well, I'll give you 70 for 30. I'll give you 100 for 70. 100 for 70. You must not get high. Fuck that. I need some food stamps. Yeah. I need them food stamps. I'm telling you, I need them food stamps. Yeah. I need them food stamps. So come on through. FOODSTAMP. We need food stamps so a nigga can eat. FOODSTAMP. We need food stamps so a nigga can eat. She'll put the beat to the lyrics. Oh my God. Hold on. Food stamps, baby. Yeah. Food stamps. Come on, Trump. Come on, Trump. Come on, man. Fuck that big, beautiful bills. Yo, don't take away my Medicaid. Oh, shit, yeah. Yo, yo, yo. I need some Section 8. They take away our services, y'all. Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, they take away our Section 8. I'm about to start stealing. I promise. Yo, turn the food stamps on. I get a job. I get a job. Oh, shit. Yo, my mama need hip surgery. Oh, shit. What we gonna do? Oh, shit is going down. Oh, oh, shit. Yo, my brother just got home. He need his teeth fixed. Oh, this time's bad out here. I caught a case. I caught a case. Fuck the art. I owe the IRS. They took my tax return because of fucking student loan. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? Biden said it was student loan forgiveness. They said we had student loan forgiveness, and now I'm out here. They took my tax return. You know I need that tax return money. I spent too much money on Christmas time. Fuck you, Donald Trump. Fuck you. All right. So, yo, Steve 87 says, lock that loop beat in, then start another layer, bro. That adds depth. Well, you know, I gotta put the chains together. You know how it go. This is just a straight beat machine. And I don't even have no 808. I ain't got no, you know what I'm talking about. I ain't got no sampling. I ain't got but we good. We good. We can have some fun though. Said Steven says, mate, I don't eat for 3 days fasting through drinking lager. Don't need no food stamps. Listen, if you was in America, you could use some food stamps. I don't care how much money you make. You could use some food stamps. They make things easier for you. It's not about how much money you got. It's about how much money you can keep. And buying food stamps off of somebody that's on welfare helps you to save money. Plus, you helping them out. They need the money. They need the money. See, I don't drink. But I eat. I gotta eat. I gotta eat. All right. But yeah. So, you know, having to sue a family member. Everybody around y'all who knows the situation is going to be taking sides. So you're not only going to lose the relationship with the person that you're suing or that's suing you, but you're also going to, it's also going to drive a wedge between all the onlookers. All the onlookers. What up, Phantom Edits? What's good? All right. No, that's not lemon tea. This is echinacea, black seed, red clover, turmeric. It has lime in it and honey. And dandelion root. That's what's up in here. This is good shit. This shit keep me all right. I drink this once a day. I would do it twice, but it's a little expensive to do that. Damn, Steve said I'm 5.55. Fuck all that. fuck all little unit. What the hell? Oh man. Started belly breathing. Anyways, random note. Heavyweight. Still even so with fast. All right. Ansel Jones says barter system. Count me in. Count me in. But yeah, man. Look. Suing somebody. Well, has anybody in the chat or anywhere else had ever sued somebody they were close to and were able to mend fences afterwards? Because sometimes cooler heads prevail. It's not totally out of the question. It's not totally out of the question. It's just a little unlikely. Because when you think about it, when you ask the question about whether you could be cool with somebody that you had to sue, you're thinking like the answer that probably comes into your mind fastest is no. Why and how would I be cool with somebody after a situation like that? Excuse me. Why and how? Sometimes you can work things out, and sometimes things have to work themselves out. Sometimes you can work things out, and sometimes things have to work themselves out. Time heals all wounds. I don't know if time heals all wounds, but time does give you a chance for understanding. It will do that. I don't know if it's going to heal anything, but it will give you a chance to understand. It might give you a chance to lay down the framework of understanding and maybe coming to a mutual agreement. So, all right, let's see. With 56 votes in on the poll now, let's see what we're looking like as far as the voting is concerned. Then we're going to do these birthday shout outs, and then we're going to be out. If you ever had to sue a friend or a family member, do you think that y'all could ever be good again? 52%. It remained. That 52% is strong. 52% out of 56 votes said there's no way to sue and be cool. 21% says maybe, but there's so much to it. 14% says if it was about money and not jail, possibly. And 12% said not if it was about violence or sexual assault. Not if it was about violence or sexual assault. Yeah. If you sue somebody, you take somebody to court or press charges against somebody for sexual assault, and y'all still be cool after that. I'm wondering how that works. How does that work? You look at that situation that some of y'all might know something about with Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion it seems like, she lied and got Tory Lanez locked up. Tory Lanez is from Canada. He locked up in the United States, and from what I've heard, he damn near got beat to death. Now, that wasn't a sexual assault case, but it was an assault case where she claimed that he shot her. But it seems like there's evidence to support now that she shot herself. Who knows for sure? The two of them know. Murat Serkaya from Amsterdam. Amsterdam is that place. I love Amsterdam. I do. But that is not the Amsterdam flag. That's for sure. Well, there's no Amsterdam flag, but that's not the Netherlands flag. That's not the Holland flag. Let me just verify that. Image of the Netherlands flag. Yeah, that's the Netherlands flag. I'm like, that looks like the Islamic flag right there. The Netherlands. Netherlands. Yeah, they did change their flag. Oh. Okay. All right. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious September 7th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, Littles Turner. Happy birthday to you, and also Linda Topinka and Yolanda Bennett, Pamela Michelle, Two Real Sports Talk, James Jones. Let me see. Harina. Wait. Harina was Secret Monica Joy? Harina. That's a string. Harina was Secret Monica Crawford. Monica Joy Crawford. All right. And also, wait a minute. Netta Bennett. My girl Netta Bennett. And last but not, no. Anthony Sherrod, known to us as Roy Sherrod. And last but not least, Anthony A. McIntyre, who I went to school with, but he's not related to me. He's from New York. Evidently, he got a bunch of black McIntyre New Yorkers. But anyway, happy birthday to you, my brother. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I want to say happy birthday. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious September 7th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out. Rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, well, when you have to sue somebody, can you ever be okay with them again? Can you? I'm sure plenty of people have. Most people probably can't, depending on the circumstances in which the suing took place in the first place. Probably has a big impact on whether y'all can actually be cool once again. And is that even something that you would want? I mean, I'll tell you what, we all have to live the life that we're living. And sometimes the people who are there assisting us and pushing us to live are sometimes the people who take some of the life up out of us. Because I'm sure that it's a stressful situation when you know that you have to go to court in order to protect your assets against somebody that was supposed to be the type of person that help to protect you, your sanity, your emotional state, and your stuff, your property, your money. We don't go to court to protect our mind state. We go to court to protect the things, the material items that are due to us. And that's why most of the time, most verdicts equal money, a cash payout. You owe. I want to thank all of y'all for coming on through. Appreciate y'all mucho. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share the show, and subscribe to the channel before we get on up out of here. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, and love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, Monday going into Tuesday at 2 a.m. in the morning. That is our normal weekday time. So make sure y'all come on through. And we will be talking about that good shit, that hot shit, that love shit, that not shit. I want y'all to have a beautiful day. No exceptions for the rest of the day. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. I'll get back with y'all. Y'all be peaceful. Holla! And thank you, Divine Presence, no doubt.